how influence is a superpower. The Real Raw offers us a chance to have a microphone and a stage, form ecosystems, make more money in less time with more magic, and all because Sean Callaghy curated the formula for over 23 years. And who's Sean Callaghy? He is the Chief Visionary Officer at Unblinded. He's an entrepreneur, a national speaker, a philanthropist, one of America's top trial attorneys, and he is blind, but he is here to unblind us in integrity through micro distinctions on how we can all go from hello to yes in any role play we do in life. And leaders can lead leaders and make the world a more heart-centered and amazing place. Thank you for being alive, Sean Callaghy. And I'm so happy to be here after not seeing you all weekend. And I missed the huddle this morning. So please give me your energy now.
Vivian, what's up? Thank you. Wouldn't everybody want to have like Vivian traveling everywhere with them? Like, Vivian, you're absolutely amazing. And wait till Vivian hits you with that introductory love and energy. Unbelievable job, Vivian. And yeah, like Business Mastery with Tony Robbins was just in the house, and it was a beautiful, beautiful weekend. Had the privilege to share some stuff with that incredible ecosystem. So I'm wildly grateful. And on the way to Maryland, so forgive the movement, on the way to Maryland with my beloved son, Tyler, as he starts his third year of college. So we're on our way. But Vivian, we have amazing people like yourself. Who do we got?
We have Brad Blazer in the house, entrepreneur, author, podcaster, CEO, and global business coach who's all about unlocking your potential and being prepared. And he would know. By 23 years old, he founded and was the CEO of a small oil company based in Austin, Texas. I mean, who could say that? Author of Put Some Thrive in Your Hive and On the Wings of Eagles, Learn to Soar in Life, which is a #1 top-rated read for young entrepreneurs. And he's the host of Beast Nation, the second highest ranking podcast by Yahoo News, Yahoo Finance, as well as Business Insider. And he is here to help people cope with COVID. That's what he does in his podcast. So welcome, Brad Blazer.
Thank you, Vivian. Glad to be here.
That's super impressive stuff, brother. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, Sean. Good to meet you.
Good to meet you. And where are you coming from today?
We're just west of Houston, Texas. We're down here piling sandbags, getting ready to get the you-know-what knocked out of us with 2 big tropical storms coming our way.
Brad, your fun energy, your leadership, your amazingness is present. Thank you for being here. And how about a fun fact? How about a fun fact about you?
Oh, fun fact about me. A fun fact about me that a lot of people don't know is I'm an avid triathlete, and I'm also a winemaker. We make wine on the side as a hobby.
You are so my best friend.
We'll send you a bottle.
A Renaissance man. Vivian, a Renaissance man we have here, Brad. Welcome, Brad.
Thank you.
All right,
and
Vivian,
welcome, Jenna Richardson, a Cornell business grad who went from management consulting to holistic coaching alongside her dad. You know him, Sean, Dr. Vincent Leonti. She's the co-owner and transformational health and life coach at Princeton Integrative Health. Welcome. You're on mute, darling.
Jenna,
Hello.
We had no idea. I had no idea. That's amazing. So Cornell Big Red in the house.
Cornell Big Red.
How are you, Jenna?
I'm great. How are you? I'm so excited to be here.
Yeah, so great to have you. Your dad's amazing. And I'm thrilled to have you here. And how about a fun fact, Jenna? First of all, where are you coming from today?
I'm in Princeton. I'm in Princeton, New Jersey, in our beautiful office here. Fun fact about me, I guess, is that I went through a major career transformation in my mid-30s. I have about 2 decades experience in strategic business development and international business management consulting and enterprise technology. And then literally transformed my career and my life in my 30s based upon becoming a mom and knowing my life was going to change extrinsically, but not realizing how much it was going to change me intrinsically. So I'm a mom on a mission.
Well, as a mom on a mission, you have, how old is your child?
I have a son who's 6.5 and a daughter who's 2.5.
That is amazing. And thank you so much for being here, Jenna.
Thank you.
All right, Vivian.
I kind of like you had a fun fact written down. She had a fun fact that she cut her tooth, or you cut your teeth in sales with Cutco knives. I'm liking that.
I sold Cutco knives this summer between freshman and sophomore year of college, and really got hooked on the ability to create my own income and my own destiny.
That is amazing. And did you cut open cans with your Cutco knife?
I did. I cut pennies. I cut like crazy things. They really sold themselves.
That's amazing.
And Jenna. I still use them to this day.
Great.
Awesome. And Jenna, I will share this. The only baseball game I ever played in the snow was at Cornell. So
yeah,
Cornell. I went to Columbia.
Yeah.
Cornell was like so unbelievably cold. It was a beautiful place though.
It is a beautiful place, but yes, absolutely cold and snowy, no question.
Yes, awesome. Vivian, from like snow to Cutco knives, the Cornell Big Red fighting the Columbia Lions, like all kinds of things are happening. Who's next, Vivian?
There's so much going on. We have Von Stocking. He's a founding charter member of the Worldwide Network Participation Marketplace. He's an engineer by trade via Utah State University who speaks German on a mission to help others build incomes and fortunes so they can live their higher purpose on earth. And he knows this firsthand because the value of time, money, and magic really came to him after having survived stage 4 cancer, not once, but twice. So welcome, Von Stocking.
Thank you. Thank you.
Von Stocking, welcome.
We're cutting out a little bit with you traveling and the unstable internet right now, but
What's a fun fact about you, Von?
been married to Donna for 47 years. We have 5 kids and 2 foster daughters and 24 grandchildren, and we're looking forward to. We're never plan to retire.
There you go.
That's awesome.
That is amazing. And where are you coming from today?
Living in Utah in Orem,
Oh.
next to Provo, if you know where that is. 2
Beautiful.
universities here, BYU and UVU, one church, one state universities.
Beautiful part of the
Awesome.
country.
The
Well,
home office of the R Network is right here in Provo. It's worldwide, but this is the home. I'm 10 miles from the office. It's handy.
awesome.
Well, you
All
know,
right,
a fun
I am
fact.
going to.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I was going to
No,
say,
go ahead,
I took German in 7th grade, and all I could say is, "Nan sprechen Sie Deutsch?"
And Vaughn, I had the privilege of connecting with you and the amazing team at our network, and I'm very grateful and excited about where you guys are headed.
Thank you very much. We missed having you here a couple of weeks ago at Chris's event. Sad that you missed it. Sad that we missed you.
I am too. I was scheduled to speak, and just with COVID and other dynamics, I was unable to make the trip. But I will be there next time for sure.
Very good.
Thank you. I'm gonna bounce off and on Vivian in 1 second. So maybe if you could share some fun facts. I'll be back on in 20 seconds. I'll get off camera so I make sure we don't have instability.
Did you share your? Oh, you already shared your fun fact, right? I should probably introduce Judge Elijah Barber. No money, no education, no problem. He was equipped with passion and a hardcore work ethic. Elijah, in just 3 years, did it all from wholesale to fix and flips, and is now a real estate investor who runs the largest real estate meetup groups in the entire country. And he became an unlikely communication junkie the day he overcame his fear of speaking in public. So welcome, Elijah.
Vivian, Sean, for the rest of the attendees on here, and special shout out to Fernando. It's an honor for me to be here with you guys this afternoon. You want the fun fact and where I'm from?
I think that's a good idea.
All right, here we go. We are tuning in from the best city in the world, Jersey City, New Jersey. And in addition to that, the fun fact, I just went to the farmer's market last Saturday because I go every Saturday and buy a lot of fruit. And I got a machete for $5 that's sharper than any machete you've ever seen in your life. Now, what do I do with this machete? I cut coconuts with it because fresh coconut, there's nothing better than fresh coconut.
So my sister's in Florida, and she's about to move up north now. And in her backyard, my cousin, who she's staying with, has a machete and has a coconut tree. And every other day I get a picture with like machete.
Oh, wow.
I love it.
I love this. This is so random and awesome. This is like
Amazing.
the Cutco land, right? Machete, Cutco.
It's a Brazilian thing.
I love this. So we also have Dave Cotsocorrea. by the way.
Oh, I'm impressed.
Thank you so much for serving in the U.S. Navy. So thank you for your service.
Thank you.
Private business investor and business consultant, and he's a real estate broker at Capital Business Solutions. Here he connects sellers of medical practices with qualified, capable buyers and investors from around the world. Welcome, Dave. What's your fun fact? Where are you calling in from?
Calling in from Tallahassee, Florida. Because I was born in upstate New York and I was a Yankee, but anyway. Fun fact, out of high school, when I had the long hair and the mustache, actually, the recruiter at the time was going to put me down as Hispanic, even though I'm Italian Irish. He thought I looked like, many of you may remember the singer Tony Orlando. I looked a lot like Tony Orlando, the singer. He was going to go ahead and put me down as Hispanic, jokingly, but I found it funny at the time. So, but kind of missed those days with the long hair and the mustache.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So
thanks for the invite.
Any other fun facts for us? That's it. You got it. Okay. So who brought you here today?
What's his name? Gina or Adam?
Adam. Well, that's perfect because Adam. Oh, Sean is back. Yay.
Yes, I've been here the whole time. I heard Elijah's awesome introduction. I was muted somehow. Sorry, guys. So thank you, Vivian. I was hearing everything. And yes, Tony Orlando. And I think was the singing partner for Tony Orlando, Dawn? Was that right, Dave, or no?
Correct. Yeah, Tony Orlando and Dawn.
Tony Orlando and Dawn. Like tie a yellow ribbon around the old oak tree, Vivian.
There you go.
Some deep cuts from Tony Orlando, Vivian. That's what's present on the Real Raw today.
Well, we have a lot of money makers from the ground up, from Elijah to Adam Gugino, who decided that he was going to build a company at a 450 square foot warehouse from zero to a team of 500, went from 3 million to over 750 million. And then he walked away from tens of millions because he came here to proselytize the good cheer about the formula that Sean Callaghy created. And now Adam is going to join us and fill us in, baby.
Hello. How are you doing, Vivian?
I'm grateful to be here.
Dude, Sean, I'm with fun facts. I mean, I'm just like, I might go to the go-to. Yeah.
Go ahead. Do this. Forgive him, people.
I heard Jersey City out there. So there was back in my previous career, I ran one of the largest indoor-outdoor bar/restaurant/nightclubs pretty much in the country at the time, averaging over 5,000 people a night in the summer of 2000 and on. And in Jersey City, it was called the Sandbar. So I'll go with that fun fact in my previous 3 lives.
Yes, and they did a push-up competition, Vivian. They did a push-up competition on April Fool's Day. And the guy who won it thought he was going to get some, what was the prize for winning? Like some cash prize.
What?
10,000. He thought he was at 10,000.
He thought he was going to get $10,000. What did he get?
Well, it was April Fool's Day.
He got April Fool's Day. April Fool's. He got nothing.
That is so awesome. I love it.
Jake from Flavor Flav.
So, yeah.
Back, but
But he did. Yes, Vivian. He did get the hugs, Flavor Flav. I know this Adam story. Adam is amazing, integrous, heart-centered beyond belief. He has come a long way from April Fool's days at the Sandbar. But all of it, as he built literally, this dude took a company from $4 to $750 million, $4 million to $750 million, and walked away for millions and millions of dollars to come do this. So Adam, love you, brother. Yep. So happy. And it's time to drop in. Vivian, when you're not here, like things are missing. Like there's just there's a void. So we miss you. You're amazing and incredible. And I could not be more grateful for what you bring every single day here. Thank you.
Oh my God, I love you all. Thank you so much. My heart is full. Have a beautiful day. Mwah.
You too, Vivian. Take care. All right. So Brad and Jenna, we're going to drop in a moment. And what this is all about, everybody, is I discovered 23 years ago that influence was, in fact, a superpower. I did have the unique privilege, like Jenna, to have gone to an Ivy League undergrad. And I didn't know that selling Cutco knives would be tremendously important for my career and my life, literally, because it would teach you the power of influence. I had no idea that even mattered in any way, shape, or form. So when I found out that mattered after I graduated from law school with honors and knew that I was going blind, because I am legally blind, and can't see anything on the screen, even though there's no screen right now, I realized that like superpower of influence was what created and destroyed things. And having it and knowing what to do with it was an indispensable aspect of creating more money in less time with more magic in our life. And so that was like my life mission. And I do own a 125-person law firm right now. I built and sold a 40-person law firm right at law school, all because of these things. And it's remarkable to me how we don't learn these things in school and anywhere else. And that's what we're here to unlock. So today, having some fun, getting some feedback from the judges, Adam Gugino can be anybody that you want him to. Brad and Jenna, we're going to do 2 rounds. You have 3 minutes each round to share in the beginning, like just your connection with Adam, and moving towards in the second round, getting a yes from him about whatever it is that you want, including just a longer meeting. So pausing, slowing down, Adam could be anybody that you want to get a yes from in the world. And that yes could be a client yes. It could be a strategic partnership yes. It could be a book deal, a movie deal, a charitable contribution. It could be to bring you on stage somewhere to speak, anything that you want in the world. And that's what we're working on. So with that said, Brad, let's go with this. I have either a 1 or a 2 that I am currently holding up in front of me that you cannot see. Do you think it's a 1 or a 2?
We'll go with a 2.
It is a 2. Ding, ding, ding. So you have won the toss. Would you like to go first or second in the first round?
We'll go second since it was a number 2.
All right. Jenna, you'll be going first in round 1. And who would you like Adam Gugino to be?
I would like Adam to be a potential patient in our current wellness practice.
Amazing. Okay. So Adam, your potential patient, any specific symptoms you'd like him to have or just whatever?
He could just be himself.
Cool. Amazing. Yeah. This is great. Okay. So Jenna, I'm going to tell you 30 seconds to go, about 2.5 minutes in. You do not have to set the second call. Adam's going to be like, Jenna, I'm so sorry. I just got to grab a quick call. I'll be right back. So there's no need to set up the second call. So it's a 1 6-minute conversation. It's going to get cut in half in the middle. Sound good?
Okay. Sounds good.
All right. Please take us in. Go.
All right. Hi, Adam. How you doing today?
Great. Hi, Jenna. How are you?
I'm well. Thank you so much. So thanks so much for the opportunity to connect today. I'm really looking forward to spending a bit of time learning more about you and your story and what brings you to this conversation today. So as you know, Princeton Integrative Health is an integrative health and wellness practice, and we really operate under the philosophy of not just a pill, but a prescription for lifelong health. So I know that you reached out to our practice, and I want to understand a little bit more about what you have going on. How could we help you to improve your health and wellness?
Well, I'm always looking to substitute a pill with some healthy alternatives. So I wanted to just come in and, see what you have going on. I'm pretty healthy right now. I'm doing what I believe mostly the right thing, but I want to get as optimal as possible. So
sure. Tell me a little bit about the right thing.
Yeah. Back when I was really just turning 30, and in my early 30s, I started feeling a little sick, a little sluggish, and not as energetic. So I went to the doctor, found out that I had really high cholesterol, and I was surprised. He said to me, you know what, you're going to have to take this the rest of your life. And I went back and I was not having it. Changed my diet, my exercise, started exercising more. Went back in 3 months later, took a test again. Incredible. He said, wow, it's working. And I said, no, actually, I haven't even started them. On out, I've been focused on healthy alternatives.
That's amazing. Kudos to you. Takes a lot of courage and willpower to make those significant changes in your life.
Thank you.
Did you have support through that process?
I say not much. Around that time, it was an alternative that most people were not really focused on. Health. steering away from some red meat things that I was doing. So it was mostly, me making it.
So sounds like you're doing pretty well today, Adam. What would be your goals moving forward? What are you looking to accomplish? When you say optimal health, what does that mean to you?
I want as much energy as I possibly can. I'm working nonstop for a passion, a business, doing wonderful things. And I have a lot of people that depend on me. So I want to have most energy I can possibly have, focus. And yeah, so I'm always looking to find ways to better my health, my power.
Amazing.
Adam, Adam's got to grab a quick call, and he can bounce back just in a couple minutes, Jenna.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. Jenna, how'd that feel for you?
Pretty natural.
Yeah, cool. Adam, if you had to rate the scale of connection, scale 1 to 10, what number would you give?
I would say 8.5.
Cool. All right, let's go. Brad, who would you like Adam to be?
I'd like him to be a prospect or somebody that's expressed interest in learning more about what we do at Beast Nation.
All right. Any specific inquiry?
No, not really. Not in general.
Cool. All right, Adam, Brad, take us in. Got 3 minutes.
Great. How you doing, Adam?
I'm doing great. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic today. Good to connect with you.
Yeah. Hey, Brad. So I'm very interested in what's going on with Beast Nation. I hear you got some #1 bestseller, books on entrepreneurs, podcast. Super intrigued. I'm in the space of definitely business, entrepreneurial acceleration. So talk to me, Brad.
Wonderful. I'd love to tell you what we do. Before I tell you what we do, Adam, what I'd like to share with you is what I believe, because I believe people that have similar beliefs will have a special attraction between them. You see, I believe people that are coached will do better in life. They'll typically outperform, they'll outsell, and much more importantly, they'll out-earn their peers. I also believe that if you're willing to change your habits and add a little bit of discipline to your life, Adam, you can dramatically transform your future. Let me explain to you why I believe these things. Back when I was in the oil business, I hired a young man by the name of Jack. And when Jack showed up for his interview, he wasn't wearing a suit. He actually showed up in a pair of jeans that had holes in the knees. He had work boots that were covered in dust. He was wearing a flannel shirt. He looked like Joe Dirt, if you remember David Spade in the movie, with the big mullet for a haircut and a Fu Manchu mustache. But there was something about him that resonated with me. And so after I got to know him, I offered him a job. But when he came back the following week to go to work, he wasn't dressed much better, wearing a different pair of jeans, different flannel shirt. And I sat there and I looked at him and I said, I think I might have made a mistake. And so what I did is I took him in my sports car that day. We went to a department store and I invested a little bit in his future, treated him to 2 brand new suits, gave him a Hollywood makeover, and then started sharing with him the script, what to say, how to say it. And in that year, he made over $250,000 working for me. That's when I had my revelation that I know how to transform people. Now, you asked earlier what we do at Beast Nation, Adam. What we do here is we re-engineer people for greatness. You see, in my career, I've worked with great thought leaders, people like Kevin O'Leary, George W. Bush, Irving Magic Johnson, NFL greats Joe Namath, Roger Staubach, Fran Tarkenton. And what I have found out in my career is success does leave secrets. And so what we do is we take information from thought leaders, we create content around it, and then we share it with our mentees around the world. That's what we do. So if I could do for you what I've done for Jack and hundreds of people around the world, is it something you'd like to learn more about?
I'd be crazy not to want to learn more about that.
Great. Well, we're having a free event next week on Thursday. What I'd love to do is send you an email with some information so that you can actually join the group and decide whether this might be something for you. If not, that's fine too. Does that sound like something that you'd have an interest in?
Sure, send me an email.
Wonderful. That'd be great. Will do.
All right, awesome. Great job, Brad. Brad, how'd that feel for you?
I felt pretty natural. You know, that's something that I do pretty much every day. So it felt pretty natural for me.
Cool. And how did it feel to transform that person's life and had that realization?
Felt good.
Awesome. All right. So let's drop in with the judges. Judges, you're going to have give it about 30 to 40 seconds of feedback, maybe 15 to 20 seconds on what worked and 15 to 20 seconds on what can be optimized. And let's drop in first with Vaughn with Jenna. So what do you have for Jenna, Vaughn?
Jenna, you were very on target. I could feel you really were interested in what Adam was seeking. You listened to him very well. You asked him more about what he did have before. You were seeking more information, and you talked to him about what that means to him. So I could tell you were really connecting with him.
Awesome. What'd you have for a score, Vaughn?
Probably about a 9, probably a 9.
Okay, cool. And what'd you have for Brad?
Brad, I didn't rate you as high because it seemed like you mostly wanted to tell him what I do this, and it was all excellent, but you never did ask him much about what he wanted. And so I would cut that score to about a 7.
Okay, nice. Elijah, what did you have for Jenna?
So I enjoyed Jenna's communication very well. She was very question oriented. They were very direct questions, and they were questions that lead towards the sale. And for me, that's one of the most important things in businesses. Are you asking questions that are leading in the direction that you want them to go? And so I felt Jenna did a great job at that. I definitely got to give my girl a 9 all day long.
Beautiful. And what'd you have for Brad?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to hit on what Vaughn said. A lot of times we want to get into talking about our product and what makes us so different. But I've just off with my experience, it's so much more empowering and it's so much more natural when the person can talk about your product themselves. And so just, asking more of those leading questions is definitely always a win in my books. And so the score, I'm going to riddle off Vaughn here. I'm going to go 7.5 because, the guy's got good energy.
All right. And Dave. Yeah, Dave, what'd you have for Jenna?
I thought Jenna, and this is my first time judging, so I'm pretty easy. I thought it was very fluid. To me, it flowed. You can tell she was confident. She definitely knew the topic, and she knows her business well. That, to me, I'd go 9, 9.5. I mean, to me, it was very positive, very fluid.
Cool. And how about for Brad?
To be honest, I felt the same with Brad. I'd say 9, 9.5, because what I liked about Brad's, and then maybe I'm different here, and again, it's because you have these contacts, you were name dropping, that when you hear different people like, oh, wow, I know that person, or oh, that star. Well, if he's working with these people, that really, and this is me saying this, if he's working with these people, they must really know and trust him to go ahead and to work with him. So I thought it was very nice.
Yeah, awesome. And I'll drop in after round 2 and give some thoughts. But yes, I thought Brad and Jenna did outstandingly. Jenna, round 2, would you like to go first or second?
I will go second.
Boom. All right. Brad, Adam is back. He's got a couple extra questions. And Adam, take us in.
Hey, Brad. So I got that email. I'm definitely excited about, enrolling to the event. I want to learn some more. And you talked about some incredible people that you've been working with. I mean, can you share some of the results?
Absolutely. Yeah. One of the individuals that came into our coaching program was somebody whose primary goal was to lose a lot of weight. He was carrying around about an extra 80 pounds. And so we worked with him, and over the course of 3 months, he lost 60 pounds. And for the first time, looking in the mirror the other day, saw an athlete looking back. Another one of my clients actually came to me where she was afraid she'd be shutting down her business. And through some of the connections I have, she's now working with superstars like Winona Judd, Grammy Award artist Billy Dorsey. She's been on the phone with Matthew Knowles. Of course, his daughter happens to be Beyonce. And so I believe very strongly, Adam, that when you hire a coach or when you work with somebody like me, it's not just me, it's all of the people in my network that I can connect you to. Let me just ask you, where are you right now and where do you see yourself in, let's say, 2 to 3 years? Where would you like to go?
No, I really appreciate it. The question. So currently,
Sorry about that.
I'm a partner in a company called Unblinded, and I have to agree with you. I couldn't agree more in regard to coaching and having a mentor. I was looking for that about a year ago while I was working at an organization, and potentially Tony Robbins' team to coach me. And I decided to end up going to Business Mastery instead at the time. And sure enough, I saw a gentleman by the name of Sean Callaghy on stage, and I was just so intrigued by him and his presence and his speaking, and ended up meeting with him, looking ironically enough to hire him potentially as a coach. And after the interaction, I ended up becoming partners with him. But ultimately, my vision is to, working alongside Sean, take this company Unblinded, really level household name, helping entrepreneurs and business owners accelerate. And I was really interested in, being on your podcast, sharing my story, and seeing, how we could potentially merge ecosystems and work together.
Wonderful. Just out of curiosity, what are some of the biggest problems or some of the biggest obstacles that you and Sean are having in getting your message out and hurting by more people?
Yeah, and that's something that, is always present. One of the obstacles is just being able to have as much massive impact as possible, because you're always, the ability to replace yourself is the biggest challenge right now with all of the incredible people and partners that we have. So really scaling and duplication is the biggest challenge right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Replication is certainly something important in scaling any business. One thing that we might be able to add some value to both you and Sean is, as you may or may not know, Adam, we have a highly rated podcast, actually rated number 2 according to Yahoo News and Yahoo Finance. Might be worthwhile to talk about getting both you and Sean on one of our episodes here in the very near future. How does that sound?
Brad, that sounds incredible. I think that would make a lot of sense for sure.
Wonderful. We'd love to plan for it. We'd love to plan for it. I think that would certainly make a lot of sense as well. Great. Well, it's great connecting with you today. We'll follow up. I'll have Lisa, my director of First Impressions, reach out, and we'll see if we can get something on the calendar.
Brad, I'm super impressed by everything you've done, humbled and appreciative of the opportunity to be able to speak on your stage. And I'd love to continue to give you the opportunity to speak on our stage more often.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for your time today. We'll be following up with you here shortly.
Thank you.
Yeah, Brad, very, very impressive. Great job. Awesome. Jenna, you ready to rock and roll for round 2?
I am ready.
All right. Take us in. Princeton Integrative Health meets the Big Red and Cutco. Here we go.
Hey, Adam. So right before you grabbed that other call, we were just talking about your support network. So can you tell me a little bit about your support network through the process that you went through in terms of your health transformation?
Yeah, I mean, at the time, my main support was my mom, who was, wanting to make sure that I was staying on track with eating healthy. At the same time, she was also my biggest challenge because,
Moms do that. Yeah.
Those Sunday pasta dinners. But yeah, so my biggest support and my biggest challenge.
So what I like to talk about with people in being a transformational health and life coach is that we do kind of 4 things. Can I share a little bit with you about kind of our strategy and methodology?
Please, I'm excited to hear. Absolutely.
Great. And it's super simplistic. So I define it as the 4 E's. So it's engaging, educating, empowering, and encouraging. So I have the knowledge that perhaps you don't have to get to the next level. So I'd love to work with you on that in terms of educating your body, in terms of identifying your bioindividuality. So each and every person is a unique biochemical machine. So what works for me may not work for you in terms of achieving optimal health, but we work together to figure out what that looks like. So there's an aspect, obviously, of engagement, because it's important, I think, in any coach client relationship, being one-on-one, working together very closely through that process, open communication, open transparency. Second key area is education. So I've been doing this a long time. I've seen what works for people. I've seen what doesn't work for people. So because you have your own life, your own work, your own goals, you're wrapped up, you're a busy guy, I can help to help you to navigate some of the educational information that's out there, because as we know, there are thousands of programs out there in terms of improving health and well-being. And so it's just about identifying what works best for you. And then I think the most important aspects, as we talked about support, is the encouragement and the empowerment. So in order to get to empowerment, to allow you to live the most optimal life that you can, we need to, again, work together on that support process. So again, really simplistic approach. I don't want to get into the details around biology or physiology, but I'd love the opportunity to work with you and to explore how this relationship could unfold so that we can get you where you need to be in order to help all those people that you are helping in your life and moving forward. Does that sound like something you'd be interested in exploring?
Yeah, definitely want to explore some of that. Do you have any, kind of results or, some stories about how you've helped others similar to me and accomplish those goals?
Yeah, absolutely. So
30 seconds to go.
You're a little bit of an anomaly in that you're already a pretty healthy dude, right? So oftentimes I see people show up in my office who need a lot more help than you. So I think you're going to be an easy one, Adam. We've helped people overcome chronic illness like Lyme disease. We see a lot of type 2 diabetes. I call myself the metabolic maven because I help people to drop weight and really restore their physiology and their health and well-being in a really robust and quick way. So it really just depends on the individual, but ultimately we're trying to get you to your next level, which is why your goals and objectives are super important. So I have lots of stories. We can certainly dive into that, but I'd love to be a part of your story.
Awesome. Jenna, the metabolic maven. That is drop the mic. Awesomeness there. So let's go. Thank you. Dave, what did you, and by the way, I'm going to drop in with Adam as we, round this out after the judges. And just remember, Adam Gugino managed over 100 million phone calls a year. 100 million phone calls a year. That's a real number. Just extraordinary. So yes, Dave, what's cooking, sir? And what'd you have for 30 seconds or so of feedback for Brad and then for Jenna?
Okay. Again, I thought with Brad, I mean, he was name dropping there. The one thing I did like this time, he was asking questions that I noticed Adam was really taking some time to answer. It wasn't just a quick answer. He was taking some time. Yeah. And the more you can get that person talking, the better. And I found Adam's answers to be quite long, that he really got him talking. That again, if you can get that person to open up, it just makes it a lot easier because everybody likes to hear themselves talk.
Cool. And so what'd you have for a score?
I'm going to stick with a 9.
Cool. And how about for Jenna, the metabolic maven?
Yeah, I know. She's the metabolic maven. Fool, huh? You're just fluid, Jenna. You can tell you know your stuff. I like the way you went ahead, and this is what we can do for you, and this is what we can do for you, type of deal. That that's why I'm on here to learn as myself. But you can just tell you know what you're talking about. You come across confident. You come across positive. It's very fluid, and you were telling them this is what we need to do, and directing them down them steps. So I'm going to go 9.5.
Thank you.
Yeah, awesome. And how was your experience today, Dave, for you coming on the Real Raw?
Newbie nervous. not as bad as a judge, but.
All right. Thank you, Dave. Elijah, what do you got for Brad?
Yeah, so I'm really starting to feel a lot different about Brad now, man. He's really starting to shake and bake on me, with that energy. And so I think Brad was super informative, super detailed, and he had something definite in the back of his mind, which is like, hey, these guys are building something incredible here at Unblinded, and I have the perfect platform to help them get more exposure that they need. The only thing that I would add with that is like, I'm a big guy when it comes to setting definite dates. And so it's like, we're going to follow up with you, but like, when should I expect the follow-up? Is it tomorrow at 2? Is it today at 1? Because in addition to that also, like, me as the seller or the prospect, I get to see if you're on time and if you're really true to your word. But that's one of the things that we like to do is set definite dates. But Brad, I love you, man. You're a 10 for me right now, man.
Boom. 10s are very rare, Elijah, on the Real Raw. Brad, that's
like
a 47-foot 3-pointer.
I love it. And then, so with Jenna, once again, Jenna, great with the questions. Like she has that down, really good energy, and her voice is so soothing. I think that's such a great tonality that she has. The only thing that with Jenna's thing was like, I didn't really feel like I want to feel something. I want to feel like I'm a part of something that's really going to be life-changing. And whether that means me losing body weight or me curing type 2 diabetes, whatever that is, I need to feel that. And it has to come with a sense of urgency. And so that's just kind of one thing that I would figure out how to add into the conversation is how to really create that sense of urgency to get me to feel like I absolutely have to be involved with this.
Like it, Elijah. And what'd you have for Jenna?
Jenna, my girl's still coming in at 9, you know, she would have closed me in a heartbeat.
Amazing. All right, Vaughn, what'd you have for Brad?
All right. Sounds like I'm echoing Elijah now. That don't want to take credit for the change that Brad made, but definitely you could tell he was listening into our critique before, and he connected with Adam far better this time. He was asking, what's your biggest problem? And then he was affirming what Adam was talking back to him about. You could tell he was listening, and that was a very pleasant growth from the first 3 minutes. And then the fact that he not only said you got this invitation, which you can accept or not, but when Adam was positive about it, he said, okay, I'm going to have Lisa. So somebody specific was going to follow up with him. And I'd give a 9.9 to Brad.
Boom. And Vaughn, how was your experience today on the Real Raw, brother?
It's a little bit scary first time around, but I appreciate the opportunity. This has been great.
Awesome. How about for you, Elijah?
I'm so grateful to be a part of Unblinded, man. I'm supporting you guys fully here. Let's keep this show rocking and rolling, baby.
Awesome. All right. And yes, so just drop it in for a minute, Jenna.
One little thing, Sean, I didn't get to give any feedback on Jenna.
Oh, I apologize. Yes, please.
Okay. And it's she definitely made another step up, and so I'll even throw a little bit of critique back to her. It was great that she obviously knows what she's talking about, and the alliteration of the 4 E's, that was very good for explaining, but this wasn't the time to tell as much detail about that. And get to the point, get to the appointment or the invitation to know more. And I love the metabolic maven, and that made her very memorable. So I'm going to give her a 9.8 as well.
Awesome. Fantastic. Jenna, can I give a couple of thoughts on a few micro distinctions?
Absolutely.
Okay. So just quickly, when we think about mastery, it's micro distinctions equal exponential differential. So Brad's got like the number 2 podcast on Yahoo, et cetera, right? That's extraordinary. And I'm going to make you a bet that if people listen to one episode versus another, it would be very hard to determine, or between that podcast and another really good podcast, it's not even close to his level. I'm going to make you a bet it would be very difficult to discern for like the untrained ear of like what the differences are, because there'd be so many and they're microscopic. And so when you think about income in the United States, the 99th percentile makes $400,000. It's a lot of money. People talk about the top 1%. You're like a 1%er. Well, people that are in the 0.01%, or I'm sorry, 0.1%, are making 1.7 million. The 0.01%, 7.8 million per year, and the 0.01% are making 56 million a year. So the difference of more than 100x is all in micro, tiny distinctions. Okay, so Jenna, crushed it, right? You're amazing. Couple quick thoughts, right? Mm-hmm. In the putting something at stake, and let's play this through for a second. So, hey, I'll be you, Jenna, and you be Mary. Okay. So, hey, Mary, thanks so much for giving us a call and giving us the opportunity. I know you only have about 3 minutes. I really appreciate you. So can I ask you, Mary, why you called Princeton?
Sure. Yeah. So, for the last, let's say 6 months or so, I've been really struggling with my energy levels, and I've gained weight pretty consistently that I can't seem to lose. And I'm just not feeling myself.
Oh, and how's that? Is that been constant? Has it gone up and down? What's the pattern been?
Like I said, over 6 months, probably pretty consistent. I really kind of woke up one morning not feeling great and just haven't really returned from that point.
And I'm really sorry to hear that, Mary.
Thank you.
And and what do you do in life? Like, what's life about for you?
Oh, well, I'm a mom to 2 kids. So, not feeling like I have the energy to get out of bed is tough. And, I do work. So, managing my family and my job and, all the other things that go along with those 2 things it's definitely a challenge.
I'm hearing the stress
Mm-hmm.
and the challenges, and congratulations on all you're up to in the world. And how old are your kids, and what do you do?
Yeah, my son's 6.5 and my daughter's 2.5. And I actually run a business.
Okay. And what kind of business?
It's ironically a health business.
Incredible. Incredible. And I know we only have about a minute left.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I'm going to get to just a couple of quick distinctions. But first, how much does all this matter to you? And I say that because a lot of folks say that things matter. Like, I need to be healthy, and everybody says that. But most of America, since you're in the health world, you might agree, is really not that committed. So, why does this matter for you? I know you want more energy. I know you love your children and have your business, but how committed are you, and how much does this matter to you?
Yeah, I mean, I do what I do as both a mom and as an entrepreneur to show up for other people. And so when I can't do that, it really hinders my life and hinders the life of other people.
Yeah. And what do you want your legacy to be? What's your life standing for, Mary?
Transformation, helping people live better, live well.
Outstanding. So is it okay if I share a little bit of myself?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So in these last 15 seconds, my commitment in life is to work with people who are committed to transformation, to bring about that transformation. And if you have a little bit of time to set a 15-minute appointment or a 30-minute appointment, even better, I'd love to share more about that. But we get incredible results, not only with supporting people in becoming healthier, but in supporting people in their entire commitment to their life and legacy. So if that sounds good to you, Mary, I'd love to set that appointment.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So let me ask you this. Did you feel, Jenna, when we were sharing in that moment, it was what's your legacy? Did you feel yourself move more into your heart and sort of into your aspirational energy of the future? Did you feel that or no?
Yes.
Yeah. So when we're communicating with people, right, it's putting something at stake and really connecting people to their vision of their life authentically, lovingly. Most people don't get asked questions like that. It's okay, I can help you. And that's not at all who you are. You're amazing. But those micro distinctions, and to Vaughn's point, when you were teaching the 1, 2, 3, 4, that's incredible. You're brilliant. And those shorter interactions, and even a longer, okay, if you have the time, it's critical first to connect on that super heart level.
Mm-hmm.
And then be moving into that teaching. You're so brilliant, clearly, amazing. But that heart-to-heart connection, critical. Make sense?
Yes, definitely.
All right. So thank you so much, Jenna. And how was today for you?
It was great. It was fun. Thank you.
Yeah, I really appreciate being here. And Brad, how was today for you, sir?
I enjoyed it very much. It was great. Thanks for inviting me.
Yeah, and really appreciate your certainty, your congruence, your brilliance. What you've created in the world is really unique and special, and that is obvious. And you've done it in multiple industries in multiple ways. So crushing it, dude. Congratulations on extraordinary life to Jenna and to Brad. Appreciate you guys. And Adam Gugino, any final, brother?
I just love playing the role player. Really could get into my heart. Both of these guys and girls did an amazing job. And I just I look forward to speaking more to both of them.
Right.
Yeah. Well, that's it. This is the beginning. If this is the end, wish everybody well, because we're here to co-create simple, fun, and magical micro distinctions in frictionlessness that free exponential abundance in our money, time, and magic. But hopefully this is the beginning. Have a beautiful day, everybody, and happy Mastery Monday. Thank you.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.